Hi, this is Philip. I'm the co-founder and CEO here at SalesWings, and today I would like to show you how you can automatically add leads that visit your website to different email lists. So you may want to add your website visitors to certain lists in sales outbound tools, newsletter tools, or maybe marketing automation software to create an automated workflow. So the first thing you need to do, of course, is connect SalesWings to Zapier. We use Zapier to connect SalesWings to all kinds of other applications, and you need to only connect Zapier once to SalesWings for your entire organization, so not for every user. If you're in the settings, which you can find up here inside SalesWings application, you have the Zapier section, and that's where you can connect SalesWings to Zapier. I'm not going to cover how to do that in this video, but you find help guides here in case you need help how to connect SalesWings to Zapier. So once I've done that, I'm going to go to my Zapier account and I'm going to create a new SAP. A SAP in Zapier is basically a workflow. So what I want to do now is, based on a trigger, so based on a SalesWings event, I want to create an action, and my action will be to add a lead from SalesWings to a certain email list in any kind of other email application that you're using. So the first thing in the trigger, I'm going to look for SalesWings here. What you want to select is SalesWings lead scoring. We use beta internally here, but you need to just choose the standard SalesWings application. And then you have different triggers in SalesWings at which moment you can add these leads to email lists in other applications. For example, every time a contact gets created in SalesWings, you can add him to an email list somewhere else. You can also do that when the lead score is changing, so the temperature is changing. You can add people to dedicated lists when they turn hot, so when a lead turns sales ready. If you have less common options, look at the less common options. So you can add them to a list when you mark them as favorites. You have the action taken. So the action taken, I'm just going to open the cockpit on the side. That's this button here. So you could add them to a list when a salesperson marks this button right there. When a favorite contact visits, or when a hot and favorite contact visits. Soon you'll also have the option when a contact visits anytime to perform a certain action. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a person to a list when he gets created in SalesWings. I'm going to choose contact created. Save and continue. It's going to then ask me to do a test. It's going to fetch one of your existing. So if you have no contacts yet in SalesWings, don't worry, just skip through this. Now I'm going to add an action. So the action, as we said, is adding that to a certain email list. So you can add them to any kind of software. So you can add them to a list in Reply app. You can add them to a list in MailChimp. You can add them to a list in really any kind of email tool that's linked to Zapier. So for an example, I'm going to select MailChimp. So I want all the people who are created in SalesWings, I want to have them added to a MailChimp list. And then depending on the tool, you have different options. In this case, I'm going to select create. So add a subscriber or update the subscriber. This makes sure that a subscriber does not get twice on a list. So I select this here. Click Save and Continue. I have already connected my MailChimp account. And then I will select here the list. So remember, you have required fields, which is typically the list. So I'm going to add them, for example, here to the SalesWings updates list. Subscriber email. So you have to tell MailChimp which is the email address. For this, I click here. I then select SalesWings. I'm going to select the email field, which is the email that we have in SalesWings. Then you can of course select if you want to have a double opt-in, send a welcome email, update an existing. So here I want to choose yes, press groups, and so on. So you have different options, and that really depends on how you want this to behave. Then I'm going to click on continue. It's going to give me an example. I'm going to click create and continue. The test was successful. And I'm going to finish. And then all you have to do is name your list, add leads to newsletter list, put it in one of your folders, and turn it on. And that's how you add website visitors, leads to different email lists in other applications through SalesWings and Zapier. Thanks a lot, and have a look as well as at our other guides for useful tips.